Hi, I'm Jacqueline, and these are my cats, Annie, Teddy, and King Henry. And they love to eat. I'd always wanted a cat, but I traveled way too much for work, so when I knew I was going to be somewhere for a while, I brought home Annie.
Then I brought home Teddy to be a playmate for Annie. And then I brought home Henry, well, just because.
Even though they all get along really well, I had all kinds of other problems.
Annie was overweight and had difficulty breathing. Teddy felt uneasy and threw up all the time. And King Henry was chronically constipated and used to poop and pee all over the floor. My home smelled like a cat toilet, and I spent thousands of dollars on mystery illnesses at the vet.
Then I changed their diet. By focusing on water and digestibility, all of my problems went away in a short period of time.
It turns out that cats don't have a high thirst drive. Our domestic cats are thought to have descended from African cats where water is scarce. To survive, they adapted to get most of their water from prey. So I encouraged mine to drink water by making it more interesting. I experimented with different size and material bowls and fountains and placed them in fun locations around my home. I also tried different flavors of water, like tap, bottled, and filtered.
And I change the water every day and make sure that the bowls are super clean.
Without enough water for nutrient and waste transport, cats are lethargic, and dehydration contributes to urinary tract and bowel problems, like Henry's constipation.
Of course, the best way to get a cat to take in more water is to feed wet food. As for digestibility,
cats have extremely short digestive tracts and have trouble accessing nutrients from foods that take a long time to break down, like grains. This includes wheat, corn, rice, oats, and barley. Vomiting is often caused by an intolerance to these foods, and many cats store these carbohydrates as fat. A cat's primary energy source is protein, and so cats are termed obligate carnivores, which means they must eat meat. So I switched mine from dry to grain-free wet food with meat listed as the first ingredient.
we started with pate, sampled some formulas and gravy, and ultimately moved to fresh chunk poultry.
When transitioning from dry to a grain-free wet food, accept that it may take a while. Your cat might not think it's food because of the new texture and taste. But I often find that cats rediscover their inner carnivores and go for the better food right away. If that's not the case, try sparking some interest by sprinkling freeze-dried meat or their current hard food over the new food, then gradually reduce until they've completely changed over. If you're not home a lot, you can still feed wet food. Leaving the food out for several hours isn't a problem, since the short processing time in the cat's gastrointestinal tract allows them to eat food that might not be so fresh. Between feedings, wet food needs to be refrigerated, but cats typically like to eat at room temperature. To keep the most water and other nutrients, warm refrigerated portions by heating some water and letting the food sit in a plastic bag for a few moments.
If you're going out for the evening, set out a refrigerated portion, and it should be thawed out by mealtime. If you'll be gone longer, pull the food from the freezer.
After changing their diet, my cats had more energy, they were more loving, leaner, there's no more vomit, and everyone poops in the litter box. And a bonus of good water and digestible food is that there's less poop and it doesn't stink. I'm also saving money. With my problem solved, now I can enjoy both my cats and my life. I hope your cats find excellent health too. Thanks so much for watching.
I just can't begin to tell you how much of a different cat she looks like now, and just personality, her coat, just her appearance.
Every friend or person that comes over goes, "My God, her coat is gorgeous."
Went to bed a whole bunch of times, way too much in vet bills.
None of that would have needed to been done if she was eating healthier and on a better diet.
People say, oh, it costs more to get the better food. Like, yeah, but one vet bill, any savings that you had takes care of it.
It smelled so much better. It was just, it's incredible the difference that you just notice immediately.
And now I tell like all of my, I foster kittens, all my adopters, I tell them how important a good diet is. It makes such a difference in the cat, and I just can't stress it enough.